Good morning and welcome to day 13 on this 30-day adventure to great photos. Wow, tell me, how did your quest yesterday for isolation go for you? Because today we're going to be talking about something that extends it, and we're talking about framing. Framing is one of the most important things you can do as a photographer whenever you're struggling to get to the most essential part in your image. When you have busy backgrounds, when you're in not clean environments, when you don't control what's around you, framing will help you every single day. So what is framing? Framing simply means that you're using natural or artificial elements to frame a subject, which means you're refocusing all the elements in your image to go towards that subject and highlight that. You're at the same time removing the distraction that you have around. So for example, how do you do that? It could be while shooting through two doors, or it could be by putting your hand on half of the lens, or it could simply be by using parts of elements or foliage from a tree in order to mask out everything that you don't want except your subject. And when you do it, you can do it with your hand. So here's a quick example. If I'm doing this, there we go. If we manage to find my face, what happens is that everything around me kind of disappears and we can easily focus on just my face. And this is something I do a lot. This is something a lot of wedding photographers do also because they don't control the environment. So it allows us to remove everything that is distracting, anything that's not adding into our image, and focusing back on what is essential. You might be thinking, isn't that cheating, or isn't that a little bit too much? Why don't we just move to get a better composition? Well, the truth is you're not always in a position where you can do that. So when you're in the streets, there are great elements that you can be using. It could be anything, a car window, a wheel. It could be shooting close to the ground, shooting close to a wall to actually really refocus into your image and use that framing to get your subject where it should be and remove everything that is not adding into your image. All right. So your mission for today, if you accept it, is going to frame your subject. I want you to find a subject and then I want you to start framing that subject. Use elements like your hand, use props, use maybe a building, two buildings, two mountains. That could also work where you frame a subject with two giant mountains. Use anything that you can to frame your subject, remove anything that is not adding into your image, and make sure you share that photo once you've taken it. Removing distraction in an image is very much underrated and makes it a breeze for the viewer to understand what you're trying to tell him. So if you have a story you're trying to pass through your viewer, well, remember, make sure you remove anything that's not adding to it. Refocus on the most important. Use framing for today. Now I'll see you tomorrow for a new adventure. Good luck.